Hello, this is David at MBA Tutorials. Today we're going to talk about the value of a bond. Now, when you want to find the price of a bond or any other information regarding it, you can usually do it through Excel or through a financial calculator. But today we're going to go just through the basic formula. And so here we have the bond value, and we have C, which is the coupon paid each period. C times 1 minus 1 over 1 plus R, which is the rate per period, raised to the T, which is the number of periods, divided by the rate, plus the bond's face value, which is F, divided by 1 plus R raised to the T. So that's our basic formula to figure out what the price of the bond should be. Now, let's go to the second slide. So we're going to go over this question. It's the value of a bond. And the question is, Microchips has issued a bond with a 10% coupon rate and a $1,000 face value. Interest is paid semi-annually, and the bond has 20 years to maturity. If investors require a 12% yield, what is the bond's value? Also, what is the effective annual yield on the bond? Well, first of all, we have kind of a hint. We have the face value is 1,000, but we have the coupon rate of 10%, and we have the required 12% yield. The yield is higher than the coupon rate. This implies that the price is going to be less than $1,000. So, for example, price and yield of a bond have an inverse relationship. So, when the yield goes up, the price goes down. And then, of course, if the yield goes down, then the price goes up. So there's inverse relationship going on here. Now, before we put the numbers into the formula, we do have to figure out some information first. So here we have a 10% coupon rate. However, that's paid semi-annually. So we have to take 10% times 1,000, which is the face value. That's going to equal $100. However, as I said, it's paid semi-annually, so we have to take 100 divided by 2, and that gives us $50. So that's going to be our coupon rate that we're going to use. So, or coupon payout. All right, the next thing is that the investors require 12% yield. Well, that's based on a year, but we're getting paid semi-annually. So we have to take 12% divided by 2, and that's going to give us a 6-month yield of 6%. And then finally, the bond has a maturity of 20 years. However, again, we're getting paid every 6 months. So that's going to be 20 years times 2. So the number of periods is going to be 40. So now that we have that information, we can use it and put it into our formula. So I'm just going to write the formula out here, and then we'll plug in the numbers. So we have the bond value. That's going to be C times 1 minus 1 over 1 plus R, raised to the T, divided by R. then that's going to be plus F, which is our face value, divided by 1 plus R raised to the T. Okay, so that's our formula. So now we just put in the numbers. So our coupon rate that we get is $50. So we get paid $50 times 1 minus 1 over 1 plus R. So our rate is 6%. So that's going to be 1.06. And our T, number of periods, is going to be 40. So that's going to be raised to 40. That's going to be divided by 0.06, our rate, plus our face value is 1,000 divided by 1.06, whoops, 06 raised to 40. Okay, so now it's just a matter of figuring out the calculations. I'm going to go ahead and do it on my calculator. So it'll be just 1 second, and then we'll figure it out. So we have $50. And once we do that calculation, we're going to have 15.0463. And then we have plus, and it's going to be 1,000 divided by 1.06 raised to the 40, which is actually, whoops, it's going to be 1,000 divided by 10.2857. All right, so let's just do this. So we have 50 times 15.0463 plus 1,000 divided by 10.2857. And so that gives us a price of $849.54. That's the bond value. So what that says is that if investors require a 12% yield, they would be willing to spend $849.54 on a $1,000 bond with a 10% coupon rate that matures in 20 years. Okay. All right. So thank you for your listening, and stay tuned for more videos in the future.